Hello and welcome back, my beautiful froggy army, to another video. Welcome to 2025. Happy New Year. I hope you're having a fantastic 2025 so far. With the new year, I thought it would be time for a new Q&A video where you ask me some questions, I give you answers. Great, awesome, I love it. And I also have the screenshots of them like on my computer screen, like directly behind the camera. So if I'm staring off into the distance, it's because I'm reading the questions. So let's get into the first question, which says, are you ever going to do Stardew Valley, Slime Rancher, or Minecraft? If you do, I would really like to see them. Also, can you please show us a picture of you when you were a child and a teenager if you feel comfortable? So I've always been asked about Minecraft, Stardew Valley, Slime Rancher, all those kinds of games, mainly Stardew, to do some sort of content on them. And my answer has always been like, oh, maybe someday. I don't know what to do, because that is also true. I just don't really know what to do for those games. I feel like Minecraft and Stardew specifically, there's a lot of like challenge videos, and the games are kind of older at this point. So the content that I see that people enjoy is like spending 100 days in Stardew Valleys, you know, Minecraft hardcore, all kinds of different things, not just like vanilla playthroughs, which is what I do. And I'm sure there is still some sort of substance and merit to a vanilla playthrough from me. I'm sure you guys would love to see that. But there is also this different aspect that I've been thinking about lately, which is having games for myself to enjoy and not necessarily make every single game that I play into content, if that makes sense. I play a lot of games here on the channel. I started off as a pure gaming channel. I know we do a lot of different stuff now, but I still do gaming pretty much for a living. So I think it's still important for me to have a balance of, you know, not every single game that I play needs to be a video or a series or anything like that. And I think it's important for me to still have games that are just for me and for my pure enjoyment and relaxation and downtime, without the pressure of, I gotta make content about this, I gotta record this, I gotta be funny, I've gotta have a challenge, blah, blah, blah. Not saying that that content will never ever come. If I get like a really big hit of inspiration and I want to do some sort of Stardew series, like, I'll do it. But I definitely think for now, there's some games that I definitely will be selfishly keeping to myself for my own enjoyment. As for the pictures, I will give you one baby raven picture, and I suppose I will be brave enough to give you teenage raven picture. Thank you for the question. The next question is, do you ever get overwhelmed by your plushie collection and not being able to get more because of a lack of space? And absolutely yes, absolutely yes. I went through many years where I just bought and bought and bought and bought, and you know, we had collecting videos together and hunting videos together, and it was amazing and it was great, but slowly over time there's nowhere else to put them. So yeah, I do get overwhelmed, not by the plushies that I currently have, because to me, if they're organized and on display, like this wall of plushies doesn't feel overwhelming to me, but the overwhelming feeling comes from like, oh my god, there's so many new ones that I want to get that are so cute, new releases, etc., and I don't have anywhere to put those. And I feel kind of like I'm trapped almost, like I can only buy one or two because I just really don't have space. Or if I do decide to declutter some of them, get rid of some of them, that is overwhelming as well, because it's like, where do I even start? I bought all of these for a reason because I love them. I really tried my hardest to not impulse buy ones that I didn't genuinely like. So I really love all of my plushies, and I, you know, don't want to get rid of any of them. So that's where that overwhelming feeling comes from. And if I have slowed down in plushie videos, that's pretty much why, because I really don't have space anymore. I dabbled a little bit in Pom Pals because I was like, oh, these are smaller, I can maybe fit these somewhere, and I still have them all in a bag, not on a shelf. So it is overwhelming for sure, and I want to continue being in the plushie collector space, but it's hard when you just don't have any more room. So I think I'm going to be solving that by putting up more shelves. So hopefully we'll get a little bit of progress going there. But yeah, it's definitely sometimes feel a little bit overwhelmed with that. The next question is, did you ever intend for your YouTube channel to become as big as it has become? What were your original intentions with the YouTube channel? Love the content, by the way. It's the reason I recently reset my island and have started feverishly playing again, which I am so happy to hear. I am so happy to inspire you guys. Like, that really means so much to me. But no, I never intended for this to be like my full-time job or anything. Honestly, my intentions when I first started making the channel were just to have fun, and I still try to keep that the goal of the channel always, is just to have fun. And that's why I just post literally whatever I feel like posting at this point. When Animal Crossing New Horizons came out, I was just so into it, and I had all of these thoughts about Animal Crossing and all these things I wanted to share with people, but like my friends were not playing anymore. It had been a couple months after it came out, and I was like, I need for this to go somewhere. And I was watching Animal Crossing YouTubers and it looked so fun, and I just wanted to do it. So it was really just to talk about Animal Crossing and just make videos and create and all of that good stuff. So it's pretty amazing that it turned into something much, much bigger than I ever intended and much bigger than me. So thank you all very much, because that's definitely thanks to all of you. The next question is also Animal Crossing related, more on the, I would say, sad side, which is, how have you been feeling about the decreased activity in the Animal Crossing community? I know you still enjoy doing videos on the game, but I can't help but wonder how you feel still playing it all the time, possibly wishing to play more games outside of Animal Crossing more often. Honestly, I do feel a little bit sad about it. Whenever I think about like Animal Crossing Twitter in 2020, I'm like, oh, that was peak. That was peak when we were all so into it, and we just all had this common thread that was uniting all of us, and everybody talked about it, everybody helped each other. It was just like so genuine. It was everybody discovering this game over these first couple months, you know, in 2020 when it came out. It was just so incredible and truly a time that I will forever be nostalgic for. I still do enjoy making videos about it, but I definitely also feel the burnout, because in my situation, specifically as an Animal Crossing content creator, I have absolutely run that game into the ground for me, like inspiration wise, motivation wise, whatever you want to say. Like, I've been playing it so much, and really it doesn't help when people are losing interest in it, because it just makes me feel a little bit demotivated to play it when it's like, oh, nobody is like caring about this game anymore, which, let me not say nobody, because I know a lot of you still enjoy the Animal Crossing videos, and I'm not gonna completely stop them ever. But as you all know, I have been talking about recently, you know, there's burnout. A lot of us have suffered from Animal Crossing burnout, and I still try my best to get some sort of Animal Crossing content out there. And I definitely in this new year want to focus, because I need to finish one of my islands so I can continue working on my food core one, which I really am hoping will revive kind of my inspiration for it. But yeah, it is just kind of sad. I feel like the game has maybe just run its course, and I'm hoping for a new one that we can all obsess over once again. Moving on to the next question, which is, if there was something your beginning of 2024 self wouldn't believe to happen this year, if you told her, what would that be? I feel like there's so many things I could say. Some definite runner-ups are hitting 1 million subscribers, maybe going to Europe for the first time as well. But I think the main biggest one, which is not even anything crazy, but it is for me, is I fixed my sleep schedule. Short backstory, if you don't know, I did high school online, so ever since I stopped being forced to wake up in the morning to go to school in middle school, my sleep schedule has been absolutely terrible. So in high school, I would wake up at like 1 or 2 p.m. and stay up until like 4 or 5 in the morning. Since I've been living with Quack, it's a little bit better, but I would wake up anywhere from 11 at my best in the morning to 1 p.m. And it was just like that for years, and I truly thought it was something like wrong with me, like embedded in me, that I could never ever fix, because I sleep like a rock. I do not hear alarms. I would set an alarm for 9 o'clock in the morning every single day, and I would never hear it. I would just wake up Quack, and he would be like, Raven, can you just turn that alarm off, because you don't even hear it? And I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't know, I just felt like I was fighting against my body, and people would just say, you know, go to bed earlier, do this, and I'm like, I feel like I physically can't fight against my body to do this. Like, I don't know, I truly thought that the day would never come when I would fix it, because it was so hard to do. But going to Europe, it changed me, and it forced me to reset my sleep schedule back 5 hours. And ever since then, since I am so bad at fighting against my body and whatever it is naturally doing, I have been using that to my advantage. I don't wake up 5 hours earlier than I usually would. I've been waking up at like 8:30, okay? 8:30 to 8:40 to 9 on the days when I'm sleeping in. But since I'm so bad at changing my sleep schedule, now that it's fixed, now that it was forced to be fixed because I was in Europe for a week, now it is fixed and I can't do anything about it. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So ever since the end of September, when I got back from Portugal, my little vacation, I've been waking up early. So I truly think beginning of 2024, Raven would never believe me if I told her I fixed my sleep schedule, because I truly thought it was an impossible thing. The next question is, do you see yourself moving out of Florida? And honestly, I don't. I really don't. I complain about Florida a lot, and I will always, you know, kind of roast it a little bit because, hey, this is my state. I can roast this place, okay? I'm allowed to do that. There's definitely things I don't like about it. Definitely things that I wish I could change, but it is my home and I have pretty much all of my family here, so I don't think I would be leaving. And plus, I am such a big, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of person. So if I'm totally fine living here, then you know, it's fine. The only way I can see myself ever moving out of Florida is if I start a new career and I get a really promising career opportunity outside of Florida, then I would move for that, for any sort of like career move. I mean, I technically could do that now. The career move for YouTubers is to move to LA and do collabs with people, but I'm absolutely not living in LA. No, thank you. But yeah, I don't think so. At least not anytime soon. You know, Florida isn't perfect, but it's home. The next question is, what is your current obsession? It can literally be anything from a food, a game, a hobby, a person, just anything that you've been going back to a lot lately. I just got back into playing Luma Island and I truly am obsessed with it. If you like Stardew, I feel like you would really like Luma Island, especially if there's some aspects of Stardew that stress you out, like the stamina or the time limits or like the enemies in the mines. Luma Island is so chill. There's no stamina, there's no health, you don't die, you just drop items like at the worst and you can pick it back up. It's a lot of like resource management and different types of materials that you have to go and collect, but it is truly so chill. If I log into that game, I'm there for a few hours, you know, like I am sucked in, I am locked in to Luma Island. I love it so much. I think I've also been very into Tokidokis. I did that video unboxing a whole bunch of really nice Tokidoki figures, and for Christmas, one of my sisters gave my other sister one of the little Tokidoki blind bags that I was eyeing at Five Below, and she opened it and I was like, I want to go and get a bunch of those now. So I think I'm in my Tokidoki era. Super cute. As for food, I've really been into yogurt. Since I've been waking up early, you know, I wake up early enough that I can have breakfast at a normal hour. So I've been really liking yogurt. I just, I do like the Oikos Pro, you know, just do a little bit of a protein yogurt, get some fruit on there, get some granola. I got this granola with like little dried cranberries in it. Ah, delicious. Do some shredded coconut on top, a little drizzle of honey if I'm feeling fancy. Amazing, spectacular. The next question actually has 4 questions in it from Taylor Swift Queen, so thank you so much for all of the questions. The first one being, do Peach and Pepper actually get along? Yes, they do. They have times when they will chase each other around. It's mainly Pepper. He's right here. Pepper is more of the bully sometimes, but it's not that they don't get along. It's just sometimes Peach will be laying in a spot and Pepper's like, I want to lay there. So he goes up to her and he kicks her off. Like, he will just give her a little bite and then is like, bye, okay, I'm gonna lay here now. They're usually sleeping with us both on the bed at night, and most of the times in the evening they're both laying right next to each other on my office floor, so it's very cute. Question number 2, I feel like this is a question that I see a lot of, and I will give you an answer here in this video today, which is, would you ever want to get married? And a lot of people ask specifically to Quack, am I gonna get married to Quack? When are we gonna get married? All of that stuff. Quack and I have talked about it. We are very transparent with each other about it, and it's something that will happen eventually, but neither of us are in any crazy rush to do it. Things will happen when the time is right and when we feel ready and all of that good stuff. So thank you all for your curiosity, but I will be sure to let you know if it happens anytime soon. Question 3 is, where do you buy all of your jewelry? And for the most part, I feel like I either buy it thrifted or secondhand, or I get it as gifts, or the main website where I have like my little gold jewelry, like this little star necklace that I always wear, is from Flair & Co. That's my favorite, like kind of more budget jewelry that is really high quality. I've had this thing for years and I wear it literally almost every single day. It's still like looking fantastic, so I really love the quality of their jewelry at a pretty decent price point, I would say. Question 4 is, what is your favorite animal that isn't a frog or a cat? I don't know if it counts as an animal, but I really do love snails. I love snails so much. They are definitely like my runner-up when it comes to favorite animals or creatures or whatever in general. But if a snail doesn't count, I've gotta go with like chicken or ducks. I definitely do love ducks as well. It's not just a quack thing, okay? I love ducks too. The next question is, what are your thoughts on overconsumption as a collector? Do you ever lose the joy of collecting in pursuit of making it content from a fellow collector? So I very much try to not overconsume in general, just in my daily life, but collecting is like its own beast, am I right? You know, like it is just its own thing. Obviously the point of a collection is to have a lot of them because that's what makes it a collection. And it's so hard to toe that fine line between, am I just buying just to buy, or am I buying to bring me happiness and complete a collection and fulfill myself, you know, even though it is with a purchase, whatever, you know, that it still fulfills me in some way. There has been so much joy in collecting for me. You know, we have this little community with all the plushies and all of that kind of stuff, and collecting things is always something that I think will always be a part of me in some way. I really try not to buy just to buy, like I was mentioning earlier. I try to be really intentional with it, and that way I can not be over consuming. I can just be collecting for the joy of it and for the fulfillment of it. But as for the other half of the question, do I ever lose the joy of collecting in pursuit of making it content? Thankfully, I feel like I have never really felt like that. Actually making the content out of, you know, the collecting and stuff like that actually makes me more happy than just doing it on my own. Like truly, it does. Collecting is this whole other thing where it's never been like that for me, and I'm so thankful and I'm so happy about that. And maybe if all else fails and I don't know what to do on YouTube anymore, I'll just be a collector channel and we'll just talk about plushies and figures and stuff like that all day. That'd be great. The next question is, if you could live on one of your Animal Crossing islands but not Frogada, which one would it be? Also, how long have you and Quack been dating, and what was your favorite date together? I want to say Leapfrog, but there was way too many conspiracies and like sussy things going on there, you know, Karopi snacks were going missing. I don't think that's the island for me. I feel like Lac, my 30-day island, would be really, really chill because it was like a spring core island and it's just very pretty, lots of flowers and just not too intense, you know, and we had a lot of really sweet villagers that I could be friends with, so I'm gonna have to go with Lac. As for how long Quack and I have been dating, our 6-year anniversary was in October, and my favorite date that we went on, so I always have a special place in my heart for the first time that we kind of like hung out together, because we met at one of the conventions that I was selling crochet plushies at, and we texted a lot and we played Overwatch a lot together, but we never like hung out until a little while later. So the first time that we did, we went to like a toy and comic store, and then we ate at Cheddar's after. But yeah, we weren't dating at the time. I actually had zero clue at the time that he was even interested in me, but I was like, yeah, I'll go hang out with you, you know, like let's go do this. And I don't know, I will just always value like that first time that we hung out, but that may not be a real answer because it wasn't technically a date, I guess. Maybe in his mind it was, but in my mind it wasn't. The next question is, hey Raven, where do you see your channel going / what goals do you have for Froggy Crossing? Like we discussed earlier, I never even saw my channel going anywhere, so at this point I am just here for the ride, you know? I will just keep posting videos. I am just here for the ride. So I don't know where I see it going. I am just happy for wherever it takes me, and I will let you guys also have input on where you want this channel to go. The only thing I can say is that hopefully there is supposed to be a new Switch coming out, and hopefully, crossing my fingers so tight, there will be a new Animal Crossing game to go along with it. And I will be so excited to explore that, and I can definitely see a big Animal Crossing resurgence on this channel, and just in general. Honestly, I'm so hoping so badly that there's a new Animal Crossing game soon. But in general, goals for myself and for the channel is to just keep having fun, keep doing things that make me happy and bring me joy, and to keep sharing that with all of you, because truly that's what this channel is about at the end of the day. It started because I had an obsession with Animal Crossing, and it will keep going because I have an obsession with X, Y, or Z, and I will continue to share that. So as long as you're still interested in that, then we will keep going. So that is going to be it for today's Q&A video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, hearing me yap again for X amount of minutes straight. I mean, I love it if you love it, and I will continue to do it if you want to continue listening. So thank you so much again for watching. Here's to a great 2025, and I will see you in the next one.